Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Baltimore Ravens. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
5-yard line.
Looking to throw. Dobbins. He'll buy some time. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
Jacobs.
The tackle credited to Deshaun Elliott, the safety.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On second down, it's Jacobs. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Jimmy Smith.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. From 19 yards away, and the Raiders have taken the early lead.
The kick is good.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Ravens nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start first and 10. Forced out to his left. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
That's good.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Flush to his right. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. A big play that time for the Ravens. 42 yards. Rolling to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again. Newton escaping the pressure right. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Deshaun Jackson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
He'll set up the screen to Drake, and he'll get nothing out of that one. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
Las Vegas sending out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And the Raiders pick it up. So not only do they get the fumble recovery on the punt, but now look at this field position. He almost took it the distance.
And the ability to not just make the play, but turn it into something big, that's what coaches harp on all the time. How do we create big plays that'll change the game? And that may have been one that just did.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
At the Ravens' 3-yard
steps away to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Patrick Queen gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
It's 3rd down and
3rd and goal, and still a long way from the end zone. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Flushed out right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know some big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Eluding the pressure right. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. These two teams all tied after 1. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Dobbins running out of the gun. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Dobbins, the ball carrier.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton.
Flush to his right. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the three.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Break on the return. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. With it is Brown. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 46-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it? Touchdowns.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Newton. Sliding out of the pocket. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 16 more on that one and another 1st down.
23-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Newton. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. It's Damon Arnett picking it off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line.
Jacobs,
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Carr. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Derek Wolfe there on the tackle.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he'll find Hall. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
To number 80.
A big play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front.
Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. A spin. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
He's going deep for Brown. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 42.
Baltimore Ravens.
Now Newton on first down. Escaping the pressure right. 20. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 2nd and 9, Newton flushed out right. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead.
The extra point is
Tucker able to connect on the extra point.
Makes the score.
And that will make this a 4-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Carl try it again on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal. One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
To throw again on 2nd down. Newton being chased out left. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
14-yard line.
Another try after the first down sack. Newton. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And the kick here is good with a penalty flag down as well. And they may have run into him after the kick went away. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. It's a gain of a couple on what should be the final carry of half number 1.
Another nice job there defensively. They've had it bottled up throughout this game. They used their scouting really well, but they've executed even better throughout this game. Their job now, don't relax, and all of a sudden, give them a chance to break off a big one.
The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Buying time to his left. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
Ravens.
This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Now this throw caught left side. He's at the 30, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs, 70 yards. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for two. They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion, no good.
Ravens 31, Raiders 19.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Play action. It's Newton. Slings this deep from McLaurin. It's caught inside the 25. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on. There is a flag down. A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. Out of the gun, Newton. Escaping the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 36-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now Brown. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10.
At their own
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive. 12 yards.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Right back to Dobbins on 1st. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
20. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. You gotta get the ball.
Here's Newton. Flushed out right. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Newton on first down. Eluding the pressure right. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. On second down, a run with Dobbins. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
The stop made by Jurrell Casey brings up third down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. On first and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's going to get this one down to the 30.
Dobbins, the ball carrier.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 22. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. The Ravens on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
That's good.
They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football.
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Jonathan Hankins able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
At the 6-yard line.
2nd down and goal. Newton flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
And he'll get this up awfully close to a first down, but by the looks of it, might be a yard shy. It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep him out of the end zone, and now it's 4th down. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. Newton takes it himself, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Cam Newton keeping it himself from a yard out as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game.
Justin Tucker to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Throwing his car on 3rd down. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here's the Raiders punter now. He's been terrific so far. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On the option, here's Newton. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
The tackle.
I tell you, he brings the wood when he comes flying up in run support. He may be a safety, but he hits like a linebacker.
Here you go. Get it. Check. Watch 54.
Newton on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Max Crosby with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Well, without question, when you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Ravens, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.